بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful.
والصافات صفا.
By those who range themselves in ranks,
فالزاجرات زجرا.
those who so are strong in repelling evil,
فالتاليات ذكرا.
those who thus proclaim the message of Allah.
إن إلهكم لواحد.
Verily, verily, your God is one.
رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما ورب المشارق.
Lord of the heavens and of the earth, and all between them, and Lord of every point at the rising of the sun.
إنا زينا السماء الدنيا بزينة الكواكب.
We have indeed decked the lower heaven with beauty in the stars,
وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد.
for beauty and for guard against all obstinate, rebellious Satans.
لا يسمعون إلى الملأ الأعلى ويقذفون من كل جانب.
So they should not listen their ears in the direction of the exalted assembly, and they are cast away from every side.
دحورا ولهم عذاب واصب.
Repulsed, and for them is a perpetual chastisement.
إلا من خطف الخطفة فأتبعه شهاب ثاقب.
Except such as snatch away something by stealth, and they are pursued by a flaming fire of piercing brightness.
فاستفتهم أهم أشد خلقا أم من خلقنا إنا خلقناهم من طين لازب.
Just ask their opinion. Are they the more difficult to create, or the other beings we have created? Them have we created out of a sticky clay.
بل عجبت ويسخرون.
Truly dost thou marvel while they ridicule.
وإذا ذكروا لا يذكرون.
And when they are admonished, pay no heed.
وإذا رأوا آية يستسخرون.
And when they see a sign, turn it to mockery.
وقالوا إن هذا إلا سحر مبين.
And say, this is nothing but evident sorcery.
أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أإنا لمبعوثون.
What when we die and become dust and bones, shall we then be raised up again?
أوآباؤنا الأولون.
And also our fathers of old?
قل نعم وأنتم داخرون.
Say thou, yea, and ye shall then be humiliated on account of your evil.
فإنما هي زجرة واحدة فإذا هم ينظرون.
Then it will be a single compelling cry, and behold, they will begin to see.
وقالوا يا ويلنا هذا يوم الدين.
They will say, Ah, woe to us! This is the day of judgment.
هذا يوم الفصل الذي كنتم به تكذبون.
A voice will say, This is the day of sorting out whose truth ye once denied.
احشروا الذين ظلموا وأزواجهم وما كانوا يعبدون.
Bring ye up, it shall be said, the wrongdoers and their wives, and the things they worship.
من دون الله فاهدوهم إلى صراط الجحيم.
Besides Allah, and led them to the way to the fierce fire.
وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون.
But stop them, for they must be asked,
ما لكم لا تناصرون.
What is the matter with you that ye help not each other?
بل هم اليوم مستسلمون.
Nay, but that day they shall submit to judgment.
وأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون.
And they will turn to one another and question one another.
قالوا إنكم كنتم تأتوننا عن اليمين.
They will say, It was ye who used to come to us from the right hand.
قالوا بل لم تكونوا مؤمنين.
They will reply, Nay, ye yourselves had no faith.
وما كان لنا عليكم من سلطان بل كنتم قوما طاغين.
Nor had we any authority over you. Nay, it was ye who were a people in obstinate rebellion.
فحق علينا قول ربنا إنا لذائقون.
So now has been proved true against us the word of our Lord, that we shall indeed have to taste the punishment of our sins.
فأغويناكم إنا كنا غاوين.
We led you astray, for truly we were ourselves astray.
فإنهم يومئذ في العذاب مشتركون.
Truly that day they will all share in the chastisement.
إنا كذلك نفعل بالمجرمين.
Verily that is how we shall deal with sinners.
إنهم كانوا إذا قيل لهم لا إله إلا الله يستكبرون.
For they, when they were told that there is no God except Allah, would puff themselves up with pride.
ويقولون أئنا لتاركو آلهتنا لشاعر مجنون.
And say, What, shall we give up our gods for the sake of a poet possessed?
بل جاء بالحق وصدق المرسلين.
Nay, he has come with the very truth, and he confirms the message of the messengers before him.
إنكم لذائق العذاب الأليم.
Ye shall indeed taste of the grievous chastisement,
وما تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون.
and you are requited not save what ye did.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
But the chosen servants of Allah,
أولئك لهم رزق معلوم.
for them is a sustenance determined.
فواكه وهم مكرمون.
Fruits, and they shall enjoy honor and dignity
في جنات النعيم.
in gardens of delight,
على سرر متقابلين.
facing each other on raised couches.
يطاف عليهم بكأس من معين.
Round will be passed to them a cup from a clear flowing fountain,
بيضاء لذة للشاربين.
crystal white of a taste delicious to those who drink thereof.
لا فيها غول ولا هم عنها ينزفون.
Free from headiness, nor will they suffer intoxication therefrom.
وعندهم قاصرات الطرف عين.
And besides them will be chaste women, restraining their glances with big eyes of wonder and beauty.
كأنهن بيض مكنون.
As if they were delicate eggs closely guarded.
فأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون.
Then they will turn to one another and question one another.
قال قائل منهم إني كان لي قرين.
One of them will say, I had an intimate companion on the earth,
يقول أئنك لمن المصدقين.
who used to say, Do you really believe?
أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أإنا لمدينون.
When we die and become dust and bones, shall we indeed receive rewards and punishment?
قال هل أنتم مطلعون.
He said, Would ye like to look down?
فاطلع فرآه في سواء الجحيم.
He looked down and saw him in the midst of the fire.
قال تالله إن كدت لتردين.
He said, By Allah, thou wast little short of bringing me to perdition.
ولولا نعمة ربي لكنت من المحضرين.
Had it not been for the grace of my Lord, I should certainly have been among those brought there.
أفما نحن بميتين.
Is it the case that we shall not die?
إلا موتتنا الأولى وما نحن بمعذبين.
Except our first death, and that we shall not be punished.
إن هذا لهو الفوز العظيم.
Verily this is the supreme triumph.
لمثل هذا فليعمل العاملون.
For the like of this, let all strive who wish to strive.
أذلك خير نزلا أم شجرة الزقوم.
Is that the better entertainment or the tree of Zaqqum?
إنا جعلناها فتنة للظالمين.
For we have truly made it a trial for the wrongdoers.
إنها شجرة تخرج في أصل الجحيم.
For it is a tree that springs out of the bottom of hellfire.
طلعها كأنه رؤوس الشياطين.
The shoots of its fruit stalks are like the heads of devils.
فإنهم لآكلون منها فمالئون منها البطون.
Truly they will eat thereof and fill their bellies therewith.
ثم إن لهم عليها لشوبا من حميم.
Then on top of that they will be given a mixture made of boiling water.
ثم إن مرجعهم لإلى الجحيم.
Then shall their return be to the blazing fire.
إنهم ألفوا آباءهم ضالين.
Truly they found their fathers on the wrong path.
فهم على آثارهم يهرعون.
So they too were rushed down on their footsteps.
ولقد ضل قبلهم أكثر الأولين.
And truly before them many of the ancients went astray.
ولقد أرسلنا فيهم منذرين.
But we sent aforetime among them warners.
فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المنذرين.
Then see what was the end of those who were warned.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين. except the chosen servants of Allah.
وَلَقَدْ نَادَانَا نُوحٌ فَلَنِعْمَ الْمُجِيبُونَ.
In the days of old, Noah cried to us, and we are the best to hear prayer.
وَنَجَّيْنَاهُ وَأَهْلَهُ مِنَ الْكَرْبِ الْعَظِيمِ.
And we delivered him and his people from the great calamity.
وَجَعَلْنَا ذُرِّيَّتَهُ هُمُ الْبَاقِينَ.
And made his progeny to endure on this earth.
وَتَرَكْنَا عَلَيْهِ فِي الْآخِرِينَ.
And we left this blessing for him among generations to come in latter times.
سلام على نوح في العالمين.
Peace and salutation to Noah among the nations.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus indeed do we reward those who do right.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
For he was one of our believing servants.
ثم أورقنا الآخرين.
Then the rest we overwhelmed in the flood.
وإن من شيعته لإبراهيم.
Verily from his party was Abraham.
إذ جاء ربه بقلب سليم.
Behold, he approached his Lord with a sound heart.
إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ماذا تعبدون.
Behold, he said to his father and to his people, what is that which ye worship?
أئفكا آلهة دون الله تريدون.
Is it a falsehood, gods other than Allah that ye desire?
فما ظنكم برب العالمين.
Then what is your idea about the Lord of the worlds?
فنظر نظرة في النجوم.
Then did he cast a glance at the stars.
فقال إني سقيم.
And he said, I am indeed sick at heart.
فتولوا عنه مدبرين.
So they turned away from him and departed.
فراغ إلى آلهتهم فقال ألا تأكلون.
Then did he turn to their gods and said, will ye not eat of the offerings before you?
ما لكم لا تنطقون.
What is the matter with you that ye speak not?
فراغ عليهم ضربا باليمين.
Then did he turn upon them, striking them with the right hand.
فأقبلوا إليه يزفون.
Then came the worshippers with hurried steps to him.
قال أتعبدون ما تنحتون.
He said, worship ye that which ye have yourselves carved?
والله خلقكم وما تعملون.
But Allah has created you and your handiwork.
قالوا ابنوا له بنيانا فألقوه في الجحيم.
They said, build him a furnace and throw him into the blazing fire.
فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين.
This failing, they then plotted against him, but we made them the ones most humiliated.
وقال إني ذاهب إلى ربي سيهدين.
He said, I will go to my Lord. He will surely guide me.
رب هب لي من الصالحين.
O my Lord, grant me a righteous son.
فبشرناه بغلام حليم.
So we gave him the good news of a forbearing son.
فلما بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى. قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين.
Then when the son reached the age of serious work with him, he said, O my son, I have seen in a dream that I offer thee in sacrifice. Now see what is thy view. The son said, O my father, do as thou art commanded,
thou wilt find me, if Allah so wills, one of the steadfast.
فلما أسلما وتله للجبين.
So when they had both submitted to Allah, and He had laid him prostrate on his forehead for sacrifice,
وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم.
we called out to him, O Abraham,
قد صدقت الرؤيا إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
thou hast already fulfilled the dream. Thus indeed do we reward those who do right.
إن هذا لهو البلاء المبين.
For this was a clear trial,
وفديناه بذبح عظيم.
and we ransomed him with a momentous sacrifice,
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
and we left for him among generations to come in latter times,
سلام على إبراهيم.
peace and salutation to Abraham.
كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus indeed do we reward those who do right.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
For he was one of our believing servants,
وبشرناه بإسحاق نبيا من الصالحين.
and we gave him the good news of Isaac, a prophet, one of the righteous.
وباركنا عليه وعلى إسحاق ومن ذريتهما محسن وظالم لنفسه مبين.
We blessed him and Isaac, but of their progeny are some that do right, and some that obviously do wrong to themselves.
ولقد مننا على موسى وهارون.
Again of old we bestowed our favor on Moses and Aaron,
ونجيناهما وقومهما من الكرب العظيم.
and we delivered them and their people from their great distress,
ونصرناهم فكانوا هم الغالبين.
and we helped them, so they were victorious.
وآتيناهما الكتاب المستبين.
And we gave them the book which helps to make things clear.
وهديناهما الصراط المستقيم.
And we guided them to the straight way.
وتركنا عليهما في الآخرين.
And we left for them among generations to come in latter times.
سلام على موسى وهارون.
Peace and salutation to Moses and Aaron.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus indeed do we reward those who do right.
إنهما من عبادنا المؤمنين.
For they were two of our believing servants,
وإن إلياس لمن المرسلين.
so also was Elias among those sent by us.
إذ قال لقومه ألا تتقون.
Behold, he said to his people, will ye not fear Allah?
أتدعون بعلا وتذرون أحسن الخالقين.
Will ye call upon Baal and forsake the best of creators?
الله ربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين.
Allah, your Lord and Cherisher, and the Lord and Cherisher of your fathers of old.
فكذبوه فإنهم لمحضرون.
But they rejected him, and they will certainly be called up for punishment.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
Except the chosen servants of Allah among them.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
And we left for him among generations to come in latter times.
سلام على الياسين.
Peace and salutation to such as Elias.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus indeed do we reward those who do right.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
For he was one of our believing servants.
وإن لوطا لمن المرسلين.
So also was Lut among those sent by us.
إذ نجيناه وأهله أجمعين.
Behold, we delivered him and his adherents all,
إلا عجوزا في الغابرين.
except an old woman who was among those who lagged behind.
ثم دمرنا الآخرين.
Then we destroyed the rest.
وإنكم لتمرون عليهم مصبحين.
Verily ye pass by their sights by day,
وبالليل أفلا تعقلون.
and by night will ye not understand?
وإن يونس لمن المرسلين.
So also was Jonah among those sent by us,
إذ أبق إلى الفلك المشحون.
when he ran away like a slave from captivity to the ship fully laden.
فساهم فكان من المدحضين.
He agreed to cast lots, and he was of the rebutted.
فالتقمه الحوت وهو مليم.
Then the big fish did swallow him, and he had done acts worthy of blame.
فلولا أنه كان من المسبحين.
Had it not been that he repented and glorified Allah,
للبث في بطنه إلى يوم يبعثون.
he would certainly have remained inside the fish till the day of resurrection.
فنبذناه بالعراء وهو سقيم.
But we cast him forth on the naked shore in a state of sickness.
وأنبتنا عليه شجرة من يقطين.
And we caused to grow over him a spreading plant of the gourd kind.
وأرسلناه إلى 100,000 أو يزيدون.
And we sent him on a mission to 100,000 men or more.
فآمنوا فمتعناهم إلى حين
And they believed, so we permitted them to enjoy their life for a while.
فاستفتهم ألربك البنات ولهم البنون.
Now ask them their opinion. Is it that thy Lord has only daughters and they have sons?
أم خلقنا الملائكة إناثا وهم شاهدون.
Or that we created the angels female and they are witnesses thereto?
ألا إنهم من إفكهم ليقولون.
Behold, they say out of their own invention,
ولد الله وإنهم لكاذبون.
Allah has begotten children, but they are liars.
أصطفى البنات على البنين.
Did he then choose daughters rather than sons?
ما لكم كيف تحكمون.
What is the matter with you? How judge ye?
أفلا تذكرون.
Will ye not then receive admonition?
أم لكم سلطان مبين.
Or have ye an authority manifest?
فأتوا بكتابكم إن كنتم صادقين.
Then bring ye your book of authority if ye be truthful.
وجعلوا بينه وبين الجنة نسبا ولقد علمت الجنة إنهم لمحضرون.
And they have invented a kinship between him and the jinns. But the jinns know quite well that they will be brought before him.
سبحان الله عما يصفون.
Glory to Allah. He is free from the things they ascribe to him.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
Not so do the servants of Allah, the chosen ones.
فإنكم وما تعبدون.
For verily neither ye nor those ye worship
ما أنتم عليه بفاتنين.
can lead any into temptation concerning Allah,
إلا من هو صال الجحيم.
except such as are themselves going to the blazing fire.
وما منا إلا له مقام معلوم.
The angels, not one of us but has a place appointed.
وإنا لنحن الصافون.
And we are verily ranged in ranks for service.
وإنا لنحن المسبحون.
And we are verily those who declare Allah's glory.
وإن كانوا ليقولون.
And there were those who said,
لو أن عندنا ذكرا من الأولين.
if only we had had before us a message from those of old,
لكنا عباد الله المخلصين.
We should certainly have been servants of Allah, sincere and devoted.
فكفروا به فسوف يعلمون.
But now that the Quran has come, they reject it. But soon will they know.
ولقد سبقت كلمتنا لعبادنا المرسلين.
Already has our word been passed before this to our servants sent by us.
إنهم لهم المنصورون.
That they would certainly be assisted.
وإن جندنا لهم الغالبون.
And that our forces they surely must conquer.
فتول عنهم حتى حين.
So turn thou away from them for a little while.
وأبصرهم فسوف يبصرون.
And watch them how they fare, and they soon shall see how thou farest.
أفبعذابنا يستعجلون.
Do they wish indeed to hurry on our punishment?
فإذا نزل بساحتهم فساء صباح المنذرين.
But when it descends upon their courtyards before them, evil will be the morning for those who were warned and heeded not.
وتول عنهم حتى حين.
So turn thou away from them for a little while.
وأبصر فسوف يبصرون.
And watch how they fare, and they soon shall see how thou farest.
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون.
Glory to thy Lord, the Lord of honor and power. He is free from what they ascribe to him.
وسلام على المرسلين.
And peace on the messengers.
والحمد لله رب العالمين.
And praise to Allah, the Lord and Cherisher of the worlds.